Say, hey, Yellow Jacket football fans, welcome to the Coach Clay Stephenson Show. And first of all, I'd like to tell you that the show is being brought to you by the Eye Place, Dr. Kenny Holloway. He's located in his business right next to the high school track. He'll take care of all your eye care. So stop in and see Dr. Kenny Holloway at the Eye Place. And now, the most important business at hand. Congratulations, 3 overtime victory over Cartersville at Cartersville. Well done, Coach.
Yeah, thank you. Super proud of the team and the coaches and the fans that made the trip on a school night. It was a class act all the way from the players all the way down to the cheerleaders, band, and fans. So very proud to get to get out there and compete with a great team, great program like Cartersville. We got a lot of respect for Coach Foster and all the things they do over there. But it was a good night. It was a good night. We competed from the first whistle to the end. We knew it was going to be a 4-quarter football game, and it turned out to be 4 quarters plus that. So, but very proud of their effort, and they never gave up and found a way to win at the end.
I think the respect by both coaching staffs for the opposing program is mutual. The thing that I really wanted to touch on is we're sitting there, Barry and I are up in a booth. Clint's down on the sideline. Of course, you're on the sideline too, but Clint's down on the sideline watching things. We're up there in the booth, and our visitor side was jam-packed, constant noise, up on their feet, sitting down, taking a breath, back up on their feet. And I'm looking over on the other side, and it's the middle of the second half, and I'm thinking, whoa, where did people go?
Yeah, I tell you what, the support that we get, especially on the road this year.
Isn't it amazing?
Minus Creekview.
Well,
I think they had that's one of the best or most crowded stadiums that we've been to. But I feel like we've had more fans than even in Gardendale. I think we had just as many, or at least they were as loud as the home team. So that's a testament to the kids and the work they put in that people want to come watch. So very proud of them.
The first half, the Yellow Jackets, your team just played wonderful. I mean, just really, really good football. 28-14 lead at the half, and it just against a team that physically we're mismatched against in most spots. Mm-hmm. But wow, did they play as a unit?
Yeah, they did played really well. The first half, we had really good field position just about every drive, and when you're not backed up like we're in the second half, it opens up your offense. You can do some things when you're inside the 20, going out.
Right.
It makes everything a lot tougher. And I feel like the second half, as we'll see in a little bit, we kept getting behind the sticks. In the first half, we were in plus field position and in front of the sticks on first and second down. So that was really the big difference. And then obviously got in overtime, and like I told them, we finally got the ball past the 50 in overtime. We knew we were getting on the 15, so we could kind of go back to our game plan of what we wanted to do going into the game, and it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out really, really well. 5 turnovers. We took away 5 turnovers from them. We only had 1 turnover ourselves, and it was just another outstanding performance. Barry and I had talked before the game and during pregame when we were on the air, and we said, it would be nice. And talking to a couple coaches a couple of your coaches before the game, it would be nice to get a couple turnovers and get a 7-0 lead or a 14-7 lead and just put some pressure on Carter. So I didn't realize we were going to get 4 turnovers in the first half and recover the opening kickoff with a nice strip by one of our coverage guys, which we'll get to in just a minute and mention his name in full glory. But wow, what a first half, and then persevered in the second half, and then the 3 turnovers, you played like you did in the first half. And the key was what you said, you're on the 15.
Yeah, it was in the first half, we were clicking on everything.
Oh, yes.
And, got up to a 28-7 lead at one point.
Yes.
But we knew they weren't going our way.
Yeah,
they came from behind over 20-0 in the middle of the third quarter against Alatoona, and they came back and won 28-20. So it was just 2 great programs. Nobody really deserved to lose, but very proud of our kids of getting the win.
Sometimes I look back at the first 6 games and I just go, whew.
Yes, me too. It hasn't had any easy ones.
No.
They've all been tough, and I feel like that paid a lot or contributed a lot to the win last night of that experience that we gained in all those games, the first 5, and that's why we play a tough schedule. It's a give or take a little bit, but I feel like last night it was more take than give. So
Yes, exactly.
It worked out.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable the competition we faced, and 3 different assistant coaches came up to me before the game during pregame warm-up and said, "We had a really, really good week of practice." He says, each one of them differently said, "The guys are ready," and you kind of echoed the same sentiments when we did our podcast. You thought the guys were ready.
Yeah, they were ready to go. We could have played Monday if we needed to. So that was a good thing about having last week and this week. The kids were ready to go. They knew they had a big task at hand, but they showed up and showed out.
They are officially the Road Warriors. The Yellow Jackets are now 4-0 on the road, and we took care of Cartersville. We are 1-0 in the region, and it's a nice spot to be. There's 4 more region games to come, but we're going to take a look at the first half highlights and enjoy this game, enjoy the moment.
Yeah,
Beautiful evening.
Yeah, so they won the toss and took the football.
Yes, they did.
You got Carlos Lopez in there kicking, and did a little bit different kicks this week, and it paid off definitely on this first one.
17-yard return, but at the end of the return, Christian Smith strips him.
Yeah, it was. That was I didn't even know it was out. We saw the penalty, and the next thing you know, we had the ball. So very good field position on the first drive.
Coach Hall has to be really happy with his Hogs.
Yeah, they played their tails off, and tight ends and W's, Ben Williams, Amari, Winston, and
all of them.
Nathan Fuller played a bunch of plays, and we're real close there for getting it in. It's 4th down here, and I really wanted, I wanted to kick the field goal, but it's such a tough angle right there that I felt like that. I didn't like our chances. So
well, I said on the broadcast, 3's not going to win this game.
Yeah.
So I figured you'd be going for it. This running back, they started the senior quarterback Gamble, and he's a stocky, very athletic kid. And this running back number 2 is just a dynamite running back. Good pressure. We get another pick. This is our 2nd pick.
Yeah, that's the other thing about going for it down there. It makes them go 96 yards and get them, like you said, get them out of what they want to do, and it paid off right there.
Big hole on the left-hand side. Brody Ballou, Christian Bell on that side. As you mentioned, our W backs, our tight ends, doing a fantastic job. And look at the hard running by Caden Williams.
Yeah, we're playing fast right here, and getting lined up and run the play real quick, and thought he got in there and didn't quite.
No, he said he was down. Said his knee hit the ground before he could. I'd love to have a TV view of that.
Yeah, I think he was, but we'll take the next one right there.
Yeah, and then we get a quarterback sneak. So I mentioned Cartersville was going to get the ball for the 2nd time in this game. Matt Scoggins snapping, Isaac Green holding, and Carlos Lopez doing the kicking is following up the Trey Townsend touchdown. And it's through the upright. We're up 7-0.
Yeah, they worked really hard this week on their timing. We got one block against them over the last 2 weeks, Carlos and Isaac and Matt, and it paid off tonight.
Yes, it did. So their 2nd possession, but they've already had 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
A lost fumble and an interception. And this play is going to come back. We got yellow litter everywhere on the field. So it backs them up to the 10-yard line. We're up 7-0, folks. And this kid is dangerous.
He is. It doesn't take a little bit of crease, and he's out. And sometimes it's somebody taking the wrong gap or putting their head on the wrong side, and he sees it and hits the hole.
Oh, he's 5'11", 215 pounds, and he's solid. He's quick. His 2nd step, he's full speed and just doing a good job. But the Yellow Jackets doing a good job of keeping people in front of them.
Yeah, that was the key last year. I guess they big played us, and we were trying to take that away this year and make them earn it, and we did.
Coming into this game, I was talking to, I think, Coach Bishop and Coach Hall separately, and they said, the strength of our non-region schedule is going to play into our hands in this game against Cartersville, and I think it did. They throw a deep pass down the middle of the field, and it is going to be slightly overthrown. We had good coverage.
Yeah. So that punter, I don't know if you saw, he punted right-footed and left-footed.
I saw that.
I noticed that. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive. Yeah. And they had 2 number 7s on the team. I don't know the punter's name to this day.
Yeah.
Because the roster they gave me only had Gamble's name on it, the quarterback, Paul. So we line up, 2 receivers to the right.
Yeah, we got a holding call there.
Yes. Backs us up to the 10. So we're going to have 2nd and 15 from the 15. Hard to believe, this is our 3rd possession of the first quarter.
I know.
We've gone games where we only get 1.5 possessions in a quarter.
Very close there. He needed about another yard of green before he got to the white.
I was trying to stretch the green field.
Yeah, it was a good throw, good catch.
Yeah, it was. Everything was good. Like you said, just not quite enough room. And see, this is an example of where he threw a pass that I thought, well, only one person is going to catch it.
Yeah, no, Trey did an awesome job. That's just, you can't get behind the sticks against them.
No.
They're too good on defense to do that, and it showed every time we got behind. Maybe one drive, I think we ended up scoring on.
Andrew Purdy punted 6 times, 39.5-yard average.
He was a huge part of the game.
And this is Malachi Jeffries, folks.
Yeah.
And when you hand him the ball, sometimes you just hold your breath.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
And like I said, that line up front is so big and strong. They're massive. Looking at them pregame.
I think my darling bride is tired of hearing me say 306, 290, 270.
Yeah. But we'll take our 172 might linebacker and go at it.
Oh, number 42?
Yeah.
We talked before the game. He's got the quarterback of the defense.
Yeah, there again, we had a penalty on the kickoff that puts us back, makes a good throw and catch right here. I think he misses it, but
Dustin
went up and made a good play. It was a one-on-one ball and a great throw where he could catch it.
Dustin Kearns high-pointed that ball, followed it, and tracked it better than the DB did and made that nice completion. We've got a 1st and 10 at their territory, 5-yard penalty against them for being offsides, and if he hadn't grabbed his jersey, he's running down the sidelines a little bit.
Yeah, I was upset about we didn't have a right formation and had a little false start. But
folks, we ended up rushing 174 yards for the game, 171 yards passing. This is the first time this season I think we've outrushed our passing game. Oh, there's a nice move.
Yeah, good job. Great blocking downfield by Jaden Thomason. A good hole up front.
Big hole.
The way you want to do it.
Got it down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Caden's a little tired, trying to give him a little break, and this, Caleb Ray about had a touchdown. It was there. Just got tripped up just a hair.
Yeah, we switch ends for the 2nd quarter. Caden's going to bounce it outside. Yeah, Caleb had a hole. We were watching it from behind. I thought, he's going to get in.
Yeah.
We're down close to the goal line.
Yeah, we got down to the half-yard again, and it's, you got to sneak it from there.
That's the Matt Leonard.
Follow Thomas Wells.
Yeah, you follow this offensive line through there. Just outstanding job. Good snap, good kick. We're up 14-7. So
we very proud of this unit there. They worked really hard on these last 2 weeks.
Nice high kick. I like this. They were anticipating the pooch kicks because they were playing up short. They're playing at the 20-yard line with their deep guys, and when you're backing people up, that takes the momentum away from the turn.
Yeah, I was really worried about field position because I knew they were going to kick it in the end zone every time. So, but the kickoff team did a good job.
We got a turnover on that play, another turnover for the Yellow Jackets, and we're in their territory again, plus territory.
Some good play here, good throw, good catch, good finish. Just again, we needed about another yard of green, but we were trying to hammer the boundary as much as we could, and you run out of room sometimes from the hash.
Exactly. That fumble recovery was by your starting center, I believe, Wells.
This was another good play, good throw, good catch.
Cam had a good game receiving. Dustin Kearns had a good game receiving. Of course, it all starts up front with the Hogs.
No doubt.
We're inside the 5.
Another offsides on us. Just thought they were mimicking our snap count sometimes, but
were they? Their nose guard got a little feisty as the game proceeded.
Yeah, everybody did, but it was it was all clean. I felt like, but it was two proud teams playing each other, and it's going to get that way in a tight ball game.
These are 2 of the heavyweights in 5A, folks. Dive, punch, get into the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah,
Yellow
waiting on the
Jackets.
signal, finally got it. So
Yeah, the guy on the far side gave the signal instead of the guy on the near side, which was to his side of the field. Good snap, good hold. Scoggins snapping, Green holding, and Carlos Lopez kicking. And Carlos, 6 for 6 on extra points for the night.
that's a lot of extra points.
Yeah, and 3 of them were pressure kicks.
This was close here.
Well,
It was a good play
2
by
of
that guy. Had what we wanted and made a great kick, and that guy made a good play.
Oh, he came a long way to catch it. It was like a center fielder on a baseball team. Yeah, y'all spotted. Did you call it? Did you know from the previous time that they lined up it was going to be that way, or did you see it right at the moment?
Coach Perkins and Coach Hernandez, they studied the heck out of some kickoff teams. So you never know what they're going to come up with each week.
There's McCaden with the pick.
Yeah, great. He stepped into a starting role again with CJ being out, but did an awesome job.
The sophomore did well, didn't he?
Yeah, this was a good play call here by Coach Holly. Called that one solid. It was a good job, very good job.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And I swear Dustin Kearns reached up and took the ball away from
Yeah,
the
that was a
DB's
very good
hands.
throw because he had to. We thought Mike could put some air on it, but he had to stick it in there pretty good because they had some rush coming and did a great job.
Oh, he had people in his face. Trey played an outstanding game. I thought they did call him offsides.
Yeah, they got it twice right here.
Well, I thought the ball had snapped before he'd ever blown his whistle
In these cases, you decline them because you want to keep your spot on the line
on the field.
and they do it again.
Yeah, I didn't like that shot. Get a good snap. Ball's down clean this time. Everybody stays on their side of the line. We get an extra point. We are up 21-7.
Another good kick here. We'll take all those.
Yes, that's a good kickoff. This number 3 is a dangerous receiver. He's a pretty good athlete.
Very
But good coverage.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if they can throw it 4 or 5 yards all the way down the field,
Yes.
we'll give it to them.
Right. Yeah, eventually we're hoping to pick up a turnover as we picked up a fistful of them in yesterday's game.
That's a good play in by the defensive front there, and Caleb Ray coming in and finishing the tackle.
Black shirt defensive coach Morrow played
11
well.
guys playing.
Nice
Playing
pressure.
really hard. That's a good throw, good catch.
Yeah, because we were in his face. Caleb was all over him.
Yeah.
Play fake, throw it out here.
Yeah, again, that's a sophomore who doesn't have much playing experience and got thrown into a slightly big game. And did a great job.
And they're marching down the field, but like you said, all right, 4 and 5 yards. Let's see how long they can do this because they got a long field to work with. Throw the ball into the end zone.
It's a great play here by McCaden. They ran a double move. Knew it was coming. If
You can see it.
You can throw the quick game so much, and they're going to try to go, and did, and he made a good play by not getting a pass interference, but getting in between the ball and
He did get
the
between
receiver.
the ball and the receiver. He did a really nice job. Timeout is going to be taken by us.
Yeah.
Both teams used their timeouts by the time the first half had come.
Yeah,
to
this
an
was a
end.
huge play. It's 4th down, so we tried to call timeout to make sure we were square and had it played.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss many tackles like that, but
No.
11 for them is a good player. And then, that's what good teams do.
Right. Yeah. Christian Smith has made so many plays, and I noticed we noticed the guys on the sidelines picking him up and saying, "Hey, dude."
Yeah, it was fine. 28-7 is a lot better than 28-14.
You're right.
But we'll take either one.
This kid's just got a strong leg, and as Coach Clay mentioned, he punted one time left-footed, one time right-footed. He's just got a lever for a leg. And we run out of the Wildcat with Caden Williams in the Wildcat position.
Yeah, we're close right there to just one breakaway. There's like 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes-ish right here, so we're trying to run as much clock as we can.
Get a nice first down. Amari Winston taking about half the team to bring him down.
Yeah.
It was a nice forearm shiv at about the 38 where he shed that tackler. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from our 45.
Yeah, it was a good play here by not forcing it. and just kind of hitting the check down, and that's what he did.
Yeah, he did hit the check down, hit Jax Bishop. Caden trying to get to the outside. Can't quite get there. Like you said, we're running the clock down. It's 3rd and 9. We're at our 46-yard line. I think
He got it.
oh,
It got taken up. The flag got waved off.
yeah, it got waved off. But we were one tackler away from breaking that. So we're at their 49. We're going to line up and punt, turn it over to Mr. Purdy. And boy,
Yeah, I think probably gave my dad a heart attack there when we lined up the offense out there, up 14 at the 50. But
I loved it because we were
we
giving
plan on doing that. Didn't want to give them a chance to block, and 11's pretty electric.
It was
back
a
there.
taste of their own
and
medicine.
then the awesome punt. Awesome punt.
down inside the 5 at
was
the
like the
2-yard
one,
line
yeah.
with 1:40 left in the first half.
Yeah, those two tackles, 71 and 77, they're as good probably as we're going to see all year.
Folks, you just cannot believe how good they are. I mean, when they run tunnel screens with 71 on the left-hand
And
side.
they can move as well.
Oh, does he move? And the center is 74, folks. 75 is the left guard. 71 is the left tackle. And I'm telling you, 71 moves as good as I would have liked to have moved as a kid playing ball.
Yeah.
And he's a lot bigger guy than I am. And look at the right tackle. Look how big he is.
Yeah. They're letting the clock run down right here.
Yeah, they are.
And we've got one timeout.
Yes, you do.
And we'd like to stop them a little bit. We want to make a tight punt from the back, but
Yep. We talked about that on
we
the
still call
broadcast.
timeout and just to see if we can get a bad punt or something. But Cam's back there and trust him to make a good decision. And I said, if you don't like it at all, just get away from him.
And he did.
He did, so we'll get there and take a knee.
We'll do a victory formation at our 35-yard line, and the Jackets go in at halftime up 28-14. We had 4 turnovers in the first half. We collected 4 turnovers in the first half. We didn't have any. And this is exactly where you want to be sitting against, they're the number 1 team in 5A. We're the number 7 team in 5A. Both teams with proud programs. We have the longest consecutive region game winning streak in the history of Georgia football. They're sitting at 62 with their region winning streak right now, so they're trying to catch up to our 119. It's just 2 programs just going at it, knocking heads.
It was, and like I told someone last night, all that's for the papers and for
Well,
whatever.
sure.
This was 98 kids with a white jersey on, coming together and playing hard, and just super proud of this team. We couldn't do anything about games in the past, but they came out and played and represented Calhoun really well.
If you've watched any football, whether it's college, NFL, or high school in person, I'm going to talk about the normal coach's bromide. So no matter what the score is at halftime, if you're up big or you're down big, the coach says it's a 0-0 ball game. I know you said that. What else did you talk about at halftime?
Yeah, we didn't have to do much adjusting. We watched the film real quick and made a few slight changes, but the plan was to come out and do the same thing that we did. We knew we couldn't turn the ball over. That's how they
Right.
kept us in there. That's how we got the lead. So if we could not turn it over and flip the field a few times and field position, we felt really good about it. And couldn't quite do it, but found a way at the end.
We came in with a 12-8 turnover advantage, taking away 12 and only giving up 8 of our own. We padded that lead. We ended this game up with taking away 5 of theirs, and we only gave it up once, and that was the key to the game. The 3 facets of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. Particularly when you look at the first half and the overtimes, I would say you won all 3 of those facets.
Yeah, I feel like we did. It was anytime you get a triple overtime, it takes everybody and the band too, and so it all helped. And that was one thing in overtime we'll look at. We got to play down on the band side the whole time, which I feel like helped out.
Yes, I do. So why wait? Let's get to the second half and take a look at these second half highlights. So we will receive, since we kicked to start the game, and they're going to...
Yeah, it gets out of bounds, so we got on 35. And
Good start.
Yeah, we like what we're doing. Well, this was close here. We just had one missed block, but he made the best of it.
Second down for the Jackets, handoff again, and it just, I don't know if they did more blitzing or they just took their three.
They completely changed defenses.
Yes.
They came out in a 3-3 stack.
Yep.
And it just threw us off just a little bit. This is the one drive I wish we got back because we did have pretty good field position and just didn't quite get what we wanted out of it.
Well, Barry and I were talking on the broadcast. We got 5 guys blocking 6, and it's tough because they're bringing constant pressure with those 3 inside linebackers. And then they took to playing a lot of 2 high or 3 high in the secondary.
That's a good throw, good catch there by them. But
now their receivers are quick like ours, and they can catch balls just like ours can.
Yeah.
And we jumped offside, so that'll get him a little bit better position downfield. So that 1st and 10 at their 43, and they're going to start on a nice methodical drive.
It was close there. It was. That's always a dangerous little RPO pass.
And Dustin Kearns was reading that ball.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to snag it. I tell you what, he high points balls, Coach.
Yes,
Dustin Kearns is all over this field. Good coverage downfield. Pass goes incomplete. They're still at their 44-yard line. Line up to punt.
That was kicked it left-footed there.
Yep, he did. Previous one, he got left-footed too, I believe. Nice job of fielding it. I don't know if we wanted him to run up and catch it in the air, but he did a good job of
it was just
in between.
The ball was funny coming off the leg, and
so we're going to have 2nd down at the 23-yard line. Trey rolls to the right-hand side.
This was a good play here. They forced him to pull up a little bit. We're sprinting out, but it was a good 2nd down throw.
Yeah, we got that pass out too.
Yeah, had a little confusion there. Went to the wrong side and get behind the sticks.
He found Cam Curtis on that previous reception. Moving around in the pocket, moving to the left-hand side.
This was close here.
See him high point that ball? He just reads the ball in the air so well. Dustin Kearns we're talking about.
Yes. That's the one I wanted to see. It. I didn't see it live.
It just almost looked like when he pump faked, he lost control of the ball and it ended up in the belly of the defensive guy.
Yeah, he was trying to throw it to the ground, I think.
Yes.
And it never made it to the ground.
Yep. So they take over after the fumble recovery. They got illegal procedure against the Canes, backs them up to the 20-yard line. Quarterback looking into the corner of the end zone. We had nice coverage there.
Yeah, it's a good interception. Wish we could see it there. Mr. Craig didn't get to go to the game last night, so we had a new filmer that stepped in and did a great job.
Yes, and he had tight quarters, and it was hard for him to get the camera turned.
That's right.
So he was struggling with that, but nice interception by Cam Curtis. Puts the Jackets back on the offensive side. We're going to run Cam.
Yeah, get another holding call.
Yeah. Backs us up to about the 10.5-yard line. And then they get a sack.
Yeah, we're trying to double move, and this took a long time to get in and out of it, and he didn't get to throw it when he wanted to.
And that nose guard goes about 250, 260, if he's that light.
Get another holding call here.
Yep.
They declined it to make it 4th down.
And we are going to punt from our own end zone. We'll turn it over to Andrew.
Yeah. Good thing about all these is, we're running the clock.
Yes.
It's winding down. And
41-yard punt with 9:11 left.
Good tackle there by Brooks Brennan, I think, Nathan Fuller.
Yes. Yeah, I can't.
This was a play that I hadn't seen this year. They actually running on their 2-point play, but because the 7's been hurt, and their other quarterback doesn't run it. It's a power read. So the defense did a good job of adjusting.
Yeah, they brought the freshman quarterback in for one play. He threw a pick, and we didn't see him the rest of the night. They went back to Gamble, the senior.
Yeah, freshman's talented.
Yes.
Both of them are good players.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not picking on him. He's a freshman. There goes number 2, Jeffries, down the field. And his boy, I was just impressed we were able to corral him and keep him out of the end zone and make him run another snap. Play fake to the right-hand side. Jeffries rolls to the left, and good pursuit. Knock him out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
That was Cam and Christian Smith.
Yep. Good hold. Good
play
stopping
here
right
by
there.
Christian Bell, Kelly Wells, and Nathan Fuller helping out.
Jackets swarming to the ball. He dropped it and flipped it out there, and he gets a first down out of it.
Thought we had a hold out there, and didn't see it.
Quarter comes to close, so we flip ends.
That was a big play, though. It was a third down.
Huge play. I thought when the ball hit the ground.
Yeah. Wish we could have finished that one off there. Make a decision on a field goal or not, but
give credit to their athletes.
Yeah.
And bang in there, and he rolls into the end zone. Jeffrey's just a hard runner. So with that touchdown and this extra point conversion, we now lead 28-21 with 11:15 left in the game. And right now we're thinking, hey, we need a nice drive.
Yes, we do.
Field goal, touchdown, but we need to take some minutes off the clock.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Jackets at their 20-yard line. And this defense is just they're just all over us.
Yeah,
2-yard loss, it'll be 2nd and 12. But those linebackers are coming most of the time. Good scramble. Good slide by Trey.
Give another holding call.
Yep, backs us up. Hand it off to Caden, left-hand side. Not much running room as it gets out near the 5. Be 3rd down. Just playing it safe here, trying to get some yardage.
Get out of the end zone.
We're trying to get away from standing against that back end zone line.
Yeah.
And we did. Andrew puts his foot into the ball. And it gets a roll to the left-hand side, and they're going to have the ball at our 48-yard line.
Yeah, so all the field position we had the first half, they got it the second half.
Yes, they did. Yeah, that was a 37-yard punt.
Good play there by Kelly Wells, Christian Gregory, and Montez Bird up front.
Yeah.
On the back end, Isaac Brooks and Kearns and Caleb Bray are playing really well as well as both corners for sure.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's just an outstanding effort. I mean, these are 2 good football teams.
Mm-hmm.
Good job of slowing him down. Gets good positive yardage, but we're making them earn their yards. And the big thing, as you mentioned earlier, keep that clock running. They've got number 6 running, a cornerback in there, and he fumbled the ball. We thought, but
I think he was down.
Yeah, I think he was too. They're inside the 30-yard line. Play fake, throw the ball up top.
Yeah, wish we could say that one. McCaden was very close. He was there, and he think he hit his arm, but made a good throw, good catch.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job of trying to get the ball before it got to the receiver. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get there in time. With the extra point, we're tied 28-28 with 5:06 left in the ball game. And now there's probably some fans on both sides of the stand starting to sweat and their knuckles getting white.
Yeah.
28-28. Tried to go high.
Good throw there, hit him in the hands. It was just a very tough catch.
Well, he threw it high because that DB is not real tall. I thought he put it in a great spot, but it's just a tough catch.
Had it there, just couldn't quite get to his throw. Gets hit here, and again, missed a couple plays, but gave him a chance and just ran out of room.
Exactly. So it brings up a punting situation. Andrew puts his right foot to the ball.
Yeah, they came after it. Andrew did a very good job this week of hurrying up and just getting the ball off, and he did it there.
Yeah, 42-yard punt with 4:42 left. We didn't take much time off the clock. There's 4:42 left in the game. They had the ball.
Yeah, we thought we needed to go score. Three straight passes, but didn't feel good with just running it and giving the ball back. So took some chances and didn't pay off on that drive.
Right, and they were really stuffing the running game. We jump off sides. A little payback from a couple of times earlier when our center got smacked around a little bit before.
Yeah, I think that was on them. They moved and we reacted.
He moved the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good reaction by our defensive line. Plus the smack back. I like the smack. Little stop route on the outside.
Yeah, they've got such a good kicker. When you're about one first down away from being able to kick it.
So right there at our 39-yard line, running back crashes in there. Not a whole lot of room. Just see Brooks Brannon's tussling with that 300-pound tackle. Not backing down, babe.
No.
I like it. Like the feistiness.
It's fourth down here.
Yeah, and they got to jump off sides. And that's the first time they ran that play in the game. And they're going to run it one more time in overtime.
Yeah. Like another jersey out there on the edge.
Well, I was looking for a hold or a block in the back. Good stop right there in the middle line. Nathan Fuller as well.
Yeah,
as
it's very
Christian
important right here to not let them get anything else.
Right.
Very important. Because they're in field goal range, and the closer you get, the better that kicker feels. So very, very important not let them get inside the 20.
Yeah, their kicker's got a 50-yard leg.
And they get a penalty here, 71.
Flinched.
Yeah, no, you can't. He put his hand down, the one on the other side. You can't do that.
Okay. So they line up to kick the field goal, and it's wide right as they miss the field goal with very little time left.
I think a minute 6, because we still they got all 3 timeouts. So
Yes,
I
they
told
did.
Caden and Trey, we got to get a first down. We're not really trying to score. We just want to get a first down and run some clock. So
Yeah, cover the ball.
cover the ball. Yeah.
Hand to Caden one more time. He's following the Hall's Hogs.
Yeah, gets the 3rd and short, and they use their timeout this time, which kind of threw me off. I wasn't sure what they were trying to do.
Same here. I didn't understand their thinking on this.
Because they go to prevent, and we're
Yep.
just let's go to overtime.
Yeah.
And here's overtime.
First overtime. We lost the coin toss, so we get the ball first.
Great blocking there, and it's a one-on-one matchup, and we like our one-on-one.
We like 21 in a one-on-one matchup.
That's right. And good hole, and he made the safety miss, or the unblocked guy missed.
Touchdown, Caden Williams and the Yellow Jackets. The extra point coming. Scoggins snapping, Green holding, Lopez kicking.
Yeah, talking about some pressure on some extra points. Overtime, just the whole thing. We hadn't been in one since Peach County and Elbert County.
I was trying to
we had 2 in a
remember.
row. Well, Elbert County was double overtime, and the next week we played Peach, or vice versa.
I was trying to remember and couldn't. I'd forgotten
Yeah,
those.
McCole Hardman.
Yes, McCole, yeah.
Overtime.
That's right. Yep, now I got it. He's still playing for the Chiefs and running up and down the field.
Yeah,
like
finally
lightning.
got a hold there.
Yep.
It was tough not to call that one on the edge.
Well, I was afraid they weren't going to throw it. The coaches,
Well, the ones out on the perimeter are the easy ones to call. The inside ones they're tougher. I understand that for sure. But this is a good call.
good call. Wide open.
Yeah.
And they hadn't run that all night.
No, they hadn't, and we hadn't brought our mic, but maybe twice all night.
Yes.
Bring him right there, and they replaced him. But everything in overtime is
Magnified.
it was just
Yeah.
happened so fast.
Yeah.
You have a plan for overtime with plays, but yeah,
And then
it just happens every
So the
fast.
second overtime, they get the ball back first,
Yeah,
and then they run a slant, which they hadn't run many slants. They'd all been down and outs or stop routes.
Yeah, I keep thinking we're going to block a kick.
Same here.
Couldn't quite get it.
Caden bounces it to the outside. Once again, Hall's Hogs doing a good job of blocking.
Yeah, but
Yeah, came back on a penalty.
yeah, and that's penalties and turnovers in overtime, or turnovers especially, the ball game's over. Penalties are tough, so this is it's a tough spot.
Second down from the 21.
Tough spot here. Really good job by Trey of getting a little bit of it, half of it.
And he took a lick.
Yeah, he did.
But he's tough. He gets back up. We're
Third
inside.
and about 7.
Yep, from the 13.
Yeah, good job here of getting a few of it. Very good throw. Brings up a 4th and short.
Timeout.
Yeah, we're going to call a timeout regardless there, and this is a great play.
Roll to the right-hand side.
Great
Flip it
play.
back over to Amari.
Yeah, that was a good play. They had another defensive lineman in the game. We thought it'd be the linebackers linebackers took off, and that defensive lineman stayed on him, but he threw it in a perfect spot and went up and got it.
Caden bounces it to the outside, cuts back inside.
Yeah,
We've got the ball first in his third overtime.
He's running the ball
really well.
Tough right now.
Yeah. And he runs hard towards the goal line. Touchdown. Jackets are up.
Yeah. And
Now in the third overtime, you got to go for
you
two.
got to go for two. So we line up, and I hope we get it. They call timeout.
Yes, they did.
We're kind of looking. We liked what we saw, so stuck with the same formation and
Into
got
the
in
end
there.
zone.
So at this point, you know you're at least not getting beat this overtime.
Exactly.
So you know you get to either when you score in regular overtime, they could go for two and win.
Exactly.
So it's a better feeling than this one when you get the two, and you know you're at least getting another shot.
So they got it down to the 3-yard line on the first play.
Yep. Touchdown there, and
Yep.
And here we go. I think they line up and call timeout.
They do. They had double W's.
Yeah, they stay with their same personnel, and they run the power read, and we're right on it. Christian Smith and Nathan Fuller, and that's the ball game.
That is the game. Christian Smith with the tackle. Nathan Fuller ends up finishing it off, and just an outstanding game. But 3 overtime, 50-48 victory. We were shooting for the record last night also, because there was Dalton and Hiram played, and they scored 97 points. So we get the record. We scored 98 opening region night.
That's right. We would have taken whatever we needed to take.
Oh gosh,
but
yes.
It was,
you'd have taken a 3-2 victory.
No doubt. Good night all around. Very, very proud of, like I said at the beginning, proud of our coaches and players. Had their backs against the wall these last 6 games, I guess you'd say. Been through a lot, but when you come together, we talked about having a purpose that
Yes.
we tried to focus on things outside of football this week. Even though it was a big game, we tried to make sure they understood that there's a bigger purpose in life,
Right.
and then playing a football game, win, lose, or draw. And I think the message got across. There's some good things going on in that locker room that fans and parents and everybody doesn't get to see. So very proud of not just the win tonight, but they're off the field, growing together and growing up. You have a lot of adversity as a football team, and some people can handle it better than others, and some people can't. But that's part of our job. And part
Exactly.
of being an educator is getting kids through those tough times. And we've got a great coaching staff that cares about the kids and does things the right way. So very proud of them.
Sports is a good life learning experience to where you can have a really, really good life, and we're making good citizens.
No doubt.
We're making good leaders. Coach Adam Holly.
Yeah, he's still.
Hey, our offensive coordinator was on the other side of the field last year. This year he's on this
I told
side.
him
He's got to be pumped.
Yeah, he smiled from the time we left till he was leaving the field house last night, about 2 or so, whatever time it was. But I said, you're gonna smile all night, and he's pumped. He was super excited, and he did a tremendous job these last 2 weeks of getting the offense ready. And Coach Morrow on the defensive side, felt good about the game plan the whole way, and Coach Perkins and Coach Hernandez keep those special teams rolling. So just proud of all 3 phases.
I mentioned this earlier in the season. I said it to Coach Morrow, but this is a game where Coach Morrow didn't mind giving up 48 points.
No, when you get the win, it's,
We
they
had
played
50.
tough and played very tough. So
They played well.
yeah, it was overall good win.
We fairly injury free. I didn't notice any big injuries. I know we're dinged up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna look. We may have to rent some players by the time the playoffs get here, but we're going. Amaris, our trainer, and Lee Gray and Dr. Fricks do an awesome job.
Yes, they do.
Of evaluating and treatment and all the stuff that goes into it. Which again, people don't realize that, but they do a lot for us, and we couldn't do it without them.
You were undefeated on the road. You were undefeated in Thursday games. You're 2-0 now, and you've beaten 2. Well, we're the king of the C games on Thursday. we have to play C teams.
That's right.
Cedartown last year, Cartersville.
So we'll try to get Cass next year on Thursday. See if we can arrange that somehow.
Well, the nice thing about the Thursday game, you do have one extra day to recuperate.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah,
One
recuperate
day
here at school. Yeah. Right.
Thanks a lot for the gift. I hope you're not Santa Claus, Dave.
Yeah, no, we're good. It's you know, it's a lot better coming to school with a win than a loss. So it's a good night. Good night. It was just very proud of, like I said, the kids and the effort they put in, and the key is going to be this week of we got to keep working. You know, you can't take any time off. You know, even though it is a good win, you got to keep pressing on and doing your best to get better, because the goal is still the same. We're trying to be better game 11 than we are game 6. So that's going to be the focus next week of really focusing ourselves. Haven't seen a lick of Hiram.
They're big
all year. Well, I know they're big. So we'll get in there this weekend and get to watch them, and hopefully by Monday we can put this one behind us and go back to work.
Let me just mention a couple stats before we close out, okay? All right. We had 10 first downs to their 14. We rushed for 174 yards to their 194. We threw for 171 to their 180. We punted six times for 39.3. Coach Hobby and I were real close. I had 39.5. I go with Coach Hobby's. They punted 3 times. We had 9 penalties. They had 6 penalties. We had 5 turnovers that we took from them, and we only had 1 of our own. Rushing. People have been asking, where's Caden Williams? Where's Caden Williams? He had 36 attempts, 169 yards. That's where Caden Williams is. When it counted, he ran the ball.
He's going to be a sore cat this morning. He ran the ball extremely hard, saw the holes real well, finished runs, because that's a doggone good physical defense he played. And he, you know, I feel like he ran better in overtime than he probably did the whole game.
Yes.
So that's credit his conditioning, and up front we were blocking just as well in overtime as we were at the beginning. So it was a good night.
Trey Townsend with 10 of 18. That means he had 10 completions and 8 incompletions. And folks, you go back and watch this game, at least 3 of those incompletions were deliberate high throws in a spot where only the receiver could catch a ball.
He did a good job of not forcing anything, and that's part of his learning process, and he did well last night.
The team did well.
Yeah,
coaching staff did well. The kids were ready to play, and it was an exciting game. Obviously, triple overtime, 50-48 victory. The Yellow Jackets are now 4-2. Big thing, we're 1-0 in the region. We're in the driver's seat on what we want to accomplish in the region as far as the playoffs concerned. We get to be the determining factor in what we do.
That's right. Hadn't had that in a while, so but we got to, like I said, put that behind us and focus on Hiram and get ready to play again next Friday night at the Reeve. I know it's going to be a crowded game back home, and so it's going to be an exciting week and getting ready to kick it off next week.
We're home 3 of the next 4 games.
We are. That's right.
We're going to finish strong.
Yeah.
If you and I are anything like your boys that played last night, we're finishing strong.
That's
dude.
right. That's right.
Hey, the Jackets are victorious, folks. Thank you for watching. We thank our director and producer, our track coach, Brant Murray. Coach, we appreciate the help. The young man that did the filming of the game, he did his best. It wasn't the best situation to work out of the window, but it was a lot of fun working next to him. Clint, Barry, and I had a blast. We really thank you for watching, and we thank Dr. Kenny Holloway and the iPlace for sponsoring the Coach Clay Stephenson Show. You've been watching the Yellow Jackets, a triple overtime victor, 50-48 over Cartersville at Cartersville. This is the Coach Clay Stephenson Show.